What do you do when you want a car that can seemingly do it all? What if you want the space and practicality of an SUV, the performance of a supercar, and well, the comfort of a sedan? It's simple. You go out and buy this. Hello and welcome to yet another video from DubiCars. I'm Stephen Neal. We are at Alien Class Motors and this is the Audi RS6 Avant. Let's take a closer look. Usually we'd start talking about the design of a car from the front, but with this one, well, the side is a bit more important because look how long it is. It is nearly 5 meters in length and the wheelbase is nearly 3 meters. Now that is huge indeed. Now let's start talking about some of the design aspects on the side. First thing that you notice are these contrast silver mirrors. Now this, with this beautiful brushed aluminum finish, it gives a very good contrast to the rest of the car, especially given that the rest of the car is finished in black. Now they're 21-inch wheels. You've got this beautiful design on them, and then of course you just can't ignore the RS calipers in them. Now look at those calipers. They're decked in red, and well, up front you've got 6-piston calipers. At the rear you've got 4-piston calipers. At the rear, the first thing that you notice is this neatly integrated spoiler. Now this spoiler might not look like it does such a huge job in terms of the aerodynamics, but it does. And then of course you've got this top lamp right underneath it, again neatly integrated. You've got blacked out badges, so the Audi and RS6 badging is blacked out, except for the red part on the RS6. Well, that is quite prominent and stands out among all of this black, and so does the red tail lamps. Of course, the split tail lamps, they look nice. At the bottom you've got a nice pattern on the bumper and 2 huge exhaust outlets. Now this is where the practicality aspect of the Audi RS6 comes into picture, because this is a 565-liter boot. Well, you can throw in some golf bags, you can throw in your airport run suitcases, you can do lots of it. Up front, there are a few design traits that you will definitely notice, a few design features, starting off with the LED matrix headlamps. Now, this sleek headlamp does look good, it looks gorgeous, and of course, it illuminates the road ahead very well. You've got the design lines, the styling lines on the bonnet, and then the overall bumper, the splitter up front, they look really nice. You've got nice angular designs like the one over here. And this is the heart of the beast. The Audi RS6 is powered by a 4.0-liter twin-turbo TFSI engine. Well, it produces 592 horsepower and 800 Nm. Now that is massive indeed. And the best part about the 800 Nm, well, it is available over a wide torque band from 2100 RPM going up to 4500 RPM. Now that torque propels this vehicle from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.5 seconds, and it will go on to a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour as standard. If you get the Dynamic Plus package, well, the top speed is increased to 305 kilometers per hour. Now let's talk about a few other things that set this vehicle apart from the rest in its segment, and well, a few other supercars as well. Firstly, you got Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, so it's very intelligent. The system knows when and where to put how much power to which wheel. It can throw all power and torque to one wheel or to all 4 wheels equally, depending on the situation and the traction levels under the tires. Now that is very intelligent indeed. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission, and also it's got adaptive suspension. So if you're worried about hitting the car on, say, a speed breaker for instance, well, you don't have to be, because the car can raise itself and lower itself as and when required. So that is it in terms of the powertrain and the performance. Now it's time to go check out the interior, because that is where you'll be spending a lot of your time. Now this is a nice place to be in. This is the Audi RS6, and well, from in here it doesn't look like we're behind an engine that has 592 horsepower and 800 Nm, because in here it feels like a nice stately sedan, of course with a few here and there sporty trims added to it. So you've got a nice flat bottom steering wheel with contrast stitching on it. The contrast stitching is all over the place. It's in red, so that gives it a bit of sportiness. And of course you've got lots of steering mounted controls on it. The RS badge on the steering wheel, that's very important indeed. Now behind the steering wheel I've got this nice TFT instrument cluster. I've got loads of information, including how much torque it's putting out, how much power it's putting out, the G meter, the tachometer, speedometer. Well, it's an overload of information, and it is flanked by 2 LCD displays that tell me how much fuel I have left and what temperature the engine is at. Now, if you look at the overall layout of the dashboard, it is very simple, at the same time very aesthetic, very nice looking dashboard indeed. So you've got two screens that handle lots of functions. Firstly, the one on top handles infotainment duties, of course, and the one down here handles a lot of other vehicular functions, like you can change your seat position, you can change the seat ventilation, cooling. Yes, these are cool seats, and that is a boon out here in the UAE summer. Now, this is what I love about the RS6. It's performance like a supercar for 4. And well, as you can see, I've got loads of room. I can stretch my legs a little more if I want. I've got loads of headroom, and well, thigh support is great, and it's a very comfortable place to be in. You've got this little net here to place your magazines or your bottles. You can also place some stuff in the door pockets. Now, the doors are really nice. You've got this neat little carbon fiber touch on the door. You've got a really high fidelity sound system in here, and also you've got controls for your own air conditioning, so I can set the temperature that I want. An Audi with an RS badge screams performance motoring. This one does too. However, the RS6 is more than just about performance motoring. This one is much more. It's about being practical while also being fast, and that makes us want it. And if you want it too, well, head to DubiCars.com right now and find this and more cars like this from Alien Class Motors and more for sale. That's it from us for now. We'll see you in the next video.